We have arrived to the third and final day of the district tournament from Hohenwald, Tennessee. It's Championship Saturday on WNKX with this audio-only presentation of high school basketball. I'm Josh Copley, as always, joined by Ron Puckett, and we're about to see the first of two district championship games being played today for District 10 2A. And this first one, it's girls basketball. It's the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs against the Riverside Lady Panthers. And Ron, this should be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. These two teams have battled it out. Lady Dogs took a easy victory at Riverside, took a tough victory at our place. So now on the road or at a neutral location, who knows what the result will be.
And that's something we talked about before we even started the broadcast. We talked about how it felt like Riverside was getting closer and closer and closer with each performance. They've looked really good as of late. And if there's ever going to be a time to beat a team for the first time in a season, why not make it during a championship game?
Well, in the second game, Riverside made some adjustments to the way we played the first game. I expect Coach Gordon tonight to make some adjustments to the changes that Riverside made, and hopefully those changes are going to be enough to propel the Lady Dogs to a district championship.
And something we've talked about, this entire tournament has been hard-fought game after hard-fought game. We saw some good ones on Tuesday, some good ones on Thursday. I expect to see that trend continue here tonight. The Hickman County Lady Bulldogs enter in with an impressive record of 21-5, including the postseason up to this point. It has been a magical year for these Lady Dogs as they pursue their first district championship win since 2010. It has been 16 years in the making.
It's about time for another one.
Meanwhile, looking at the Riverside side of things, they enter in tonight over 500, 14-11. Now, during the regular season, Hickman County was perfect in district play, 6-0. Meanwhile, Riverside went 4-2, and those two losses that the Lady Panthers suffered were at the hands of these Hickman County Lady Bulldogs. So, a lot on the line here tonight. And I want to look at the previous matchups for each of these teams. Both sides have had plenty of time to rest since Tuesday to recuperate, to get a game plan together for the other. On Tuesday, Riverside defeated East Hickman in what was a tight ball game. East Hickman played one of their best games of the year, and Riverside edged out with a final score of 52-47. Hickman County played Lewis County in the second game on Tuesday, and Lewis County played one of their best games of the season, but Hickman County still emerged victorious, 59-44. So a lot of competitive games here tonight. So Ron, if Riverside wants to beat Hickman County for the first time this year, what's it going to take?
Well, number one, they're going to have to shoot the ball well. They've got some really good shooters on their team. The Lady Dogs have done a pretty good job as far as matching out on the shooters, but that's probably key number one. Key number two is Riverside's going to have to guard our shooters. Ava Floyd, they're going to have a plan for Ava. Carly Everett, they're going to have a plan for Carly. Same for Zoe. So really, to me, whichever team plays better defense, makes the adjustments on defense, is probably going to be the team that wins the game.
Well, I know you were talking to me before the broadcast about what adjustments you're looking at Coach Gordon to make, because we know the last time these two teams met, Riverside was thriving, driving to the bucket. I know Lauren Camper specifically for the Lady Panthers, she was giving these Lady Dogs all the trouble in the world. Bailey Kramer, who was playing a bit further out, got into foul trouble very early, and losing that size is detrimental to the Hickman County defense.
Well, in our first game, we were really able to put pressure on them in the full court. Riverside turned the ball over, led to some easy buckets for us. And in the second game, their strategy to counteract that was to just take the ball and dribble attack. Bailey got in foul trouble, and that played a role in it. Fortunately, I think in that game, Rachel came in, played pretty good defense, kind of picked it up there. But tonight, I would almost expect Coach Gordon to kind of sag off a little bit off some of those post players, invite them to shoot the outside shot a little bit, make them have to hit that shot, And then if they start hitting it, then you adjust it. But just try to tell Bailey, hey, let's keep a little bit of space when they penetrate. Don't make contact. Use your long arms to your advantage.
We are just over 2 minutes away from tip-off from the girls' district championship game. But before we get things started here tonight, I want to give a very special shout out to some new listeners perhaps tonight. Some of you may know that TNL, the news leader, is the usual provider of Riverside Decatur County sports. They are unable to stream tonight, so we're aware that we may have some Riverside listeners joining us here tonight. So we say welcome. We're all one big family trying to enjoy some good high school basketball, and I'm sure that's what we're going to get here tonight. And before we begin with tip-off, I want to give a very special thank you to our sponsors. A special thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, Meriwether Lewis Electric Company, Pizza Hut, the McDonald Funeral Home, Heritage Bank and Trust, and the Three Rivers Community Health Group. This broadcast on WNKX would not be possible without the generosity of these sponsors, and we live in such an awesome community with so many great organizations in Hickman County. It certainly makes me proud to be a resident there. Under a minute, the countdown is underway and the excitement is in the air. It is a packed house at Lewis County High School.
It's a packed side. Since they put Riverside and us on the same side, the other side's a little bit emptier.
And that might change a little bit for the boys' championship game. From what we see, Hickman County is on one side, Lewis County is on the other. So we're going to have a bit more balance come 7 o'clock tonight.
The 7 o'clock game will be a little bit more balanced.
But during this girls' championship game, we might have a lot of side eyes going back and forth between these two fan bases.
Normally when you put up the, where you want your fan base to sit at a championship game, you don't put two teams in the championship game side by side. That can lead to issues at times. Hopefully tonight it won't.
I am thankful that Lewis County has the media set up at the very top, so we've got a nice backrest up here.
The wall helps out.
And now it's time for the introduction of the starting lineups. On each side,
Athletic Director Jonathan Owen, we welcome you to Hall, Tennessee on the beautiful campus of Lewis County High School. For this tournament, TSSAA District.
And from the looks of things, Riverside will be wearing the all-blue uniforms with the yellow lettering and a white outline. The Hickman County Lady Bulldogs will be wearing the all-whites with red lettering and a black outline.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Lady Panthers from Decaturville, Tennessee.
And Ron, this is a battle of top two seeds. It feels like the way it should be. Two of the very best in the district doing battle for championship gold. And first for Riverside, it's number 00, Alyssa Pratt.
Number 21.
Following her, it's number 11, Bentley Rogers. Number 21, Ella Davis. Number 24, Lila Overman. And last but most certainly not least, number 34, the ever-dominant inside, Lauren Camper. A very potent starting five do these Lady Panthers pose here tonight, and they are coached by Brian Reed. And now the starting lineup for the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs as the Hickman County side rises to their feet. First, it's the red hot, number 2, Carly Everett. Following her, it's the senior, number 3, Haley Gordon, the spark plug. And now it's one of the best players in the entire region, number 20, Ava Floyd, at the 4. Number 23, Bailey Kramer. And rounding off the starting five for the Lady Dogs, it's number 30, the second senior on this team, Zoe Chilton. And Ron, when the lights are brightest, you're looking at the oldest girls, the upperclassmen, to really lead the way.
Absolutely. Especially in games like this. This is exciting. This is the kind of basketball during those announcements with the fans standing, kind of gives you chills. It's fun to experience.
And at the LC logo at midcourt, it's Bailey Kramer and Ella Davis. And we are underway with the district championship. It's tipped out to Haley Gordon. Pass. Cutting inside as Floyd takes it, misses the layup, and rebounded by Camper.
Nice little set there early on to get a good shot.
Davis from the wing, fakes it, dribbles in, dishes out to Rogers. Rogers feeds right. Davis fires from three, misses short, gets her own rebound, wants to drive inside and passes out to the right wing to Camper.
Oh, that's double dribble.
So Camper wanted to drive, had a lane, but the double dribble calls it back.
You know, that's where she started off dribbling, but all of a sudden there's not anybody on her and she had second thoughts.
Now it's Floyd up the floor. Gives to Everett, and it goes off the hands of the sophomore.
Few nerves early on in the game right here, it looks like.
And this is pretty unfamiliar territory for these Lady Dogs. Like we said, have not won a district title since 2010. Rogers at the wing, gives up top to Davis, thought about it, now pulls, and she sinks a three. Riverside on the board first, courtesy of number 21, Ella Davis. Floyd drives, pulls from the mid-range two, and she knocks it down.
No full court pressure this game by the Lady Dogs.
That goes back to what you said earlier, maybe backing off a little bit. Davis, top of the key, hands to Pratt. Pratt passes left. Rogers very dangerous from three, and that's why. The second three of the night for Riverside. Hickman County trying to answer. 6-2, Lady Panthers ahead early. Floyd drives and is fouled by Pratt. That'll be two shots for the junior. And we've seen all throughout this tournament how important free throws are. Can't afford to miss ones, especially early on in this game where you can set the tone.
Well, it's good to see Ava being able to drive and attack as that first free throw comes off the front of the rim. But she's had some openings, had a little pull-up shot, missed a layup, had that opening right there, able to draw a foul.
And Floyd goes 0 for 2 at the line. Still 6-2 your score in favor of Riverside. Davis down the floor. Hands to Camper. She drives inside. And that shot was well contested by Kramer. Everett pass inside behind Floyd, but she stays with it. She fires from three and misses it off to the right. And the loose ball picked up by Rogers. Pratt wants to dribble inside, gives to the left corner. It's Overman. Bounce pass on the cut. Rogers drives, blocked out of bounds by Kramer.
Bailey making her presence felt around the rim early on.
She's playing very fundamental defense as well, keeping the arm straight up. And Camper fires away, open three, misses, and it rolls out of bounds into the Riverside cheerleaders, and that's going to be Hickman County basketball.
And I think Hickman County's probably okay with that shot right there. Letting Bailey kind of sag off of her and let her shoot that.
And as comfortable as Camper looks driving to the rim, she looks pretty uncomfortable right there. Floyd dribbles in, gives out. Zoe Chilton. Hands to Floyd. Ava from three. It's on the money. 5 points for the Lady Dogs, all courtesy of Floyd. Rogers fires again from three. Again, it's good. Bentley Rogers is lethal from beyond the three-point line.
Haley giving just a little bit too much help there, wasn't able to recover.
And Floyd tries to answer back with a quick three, misses it off the back iron. It's tipped around and picked up by Rogers. Rogers drives and a carryover.
There we go. That's a carryover from the other night.
And that's what we saw, Ron. These officials calling a very tight game. 9-5, Lady Dogs trail by 4. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Floyd, left wing, has an open look. She rips it, and she buries it.
Looked like that was their plan. They just sagged off of her inside of 15 feet, never challenged her outside.
And Zoe Chilton rips it away from Pratt, who tried to drive inside. Zoe going the other way. She might want to take it, and she does. All the way for number 30. Lady Dogs in the lead, 10-9. So an exciting start, and we're only in the first quarter.
That's what we expected. 10-9 early. Lots of points already.
Camper drives, blocked by Kramer, and the ball falls into the hands of Ava Floyd. Camper trying to knock it away from Ava. Floyd pulls, long two, it's good.
So Riverside's strategy is to make Ava shoot jump shots. They're trying to not let her attack the rim, sagging off of her, and right now she's hitting a few.
Ava Floyd has accounted for 10 of the Lady Dogs' 12, and a whistle and an offensive foul called against Riverside. They get number 24, Lila Overman, the guilty party.
Illegal screen, she kind of moved as she was trying to set that ball screen up top.
So Hickman County, who leads 12-9, a chance to go on a bit of a
They're
run.
sagging
Floyd
off.
fires from three. Again, it's good.
It's going to be
Ava.
a long night if they decide to play defense like that.
Ava Floyd on an absolute heater after starting the game with a missed layup. 15-9 now. Pratt
Little flare screen, nice set.
passes left. Rogers, top of the key. Goes right. Haley Gordon jumps it and takes it away. Floyd, left side of the floor. Inside the paint, she pulls mid-range. Misses short. Gordon flies in, trying to secure the
Haley
board.
hustling for it, almost had that.
Haley's reaction, I think she thought Hickman County would stay in possession there, but I believe the right call to give Riverside possession. Rogers, left side, hands to Davis. Ball in the corner. Bit of a bump there. Camper at the wing.
We're trying to set a lot of flare screens.
Camper dribbles inside, takes it off the glass all the way home for two. That was a nice move by Camper inside, maneuvering around the very tall Bailey Kramer.
Dribbled right, spun back left.
Inside, Kramer's got to lane to the bucket and count it. And one for Bailey Kramer.
Nice post feed there from Everett on the side. Bailey caught it, one power dribble in the layup, and drew the foul.
Some substitutions here. Number 12, Ansley Tubbs, subbing in for number 24, Lila Overman. Kramer looking to complete the three-point play. High arcing free throw, and it's nothing but net. 18-11. Lady Dogs extend their lead. Riverside went on a bit of a run, but it's been pretty quiet offensively the last 2 minutes. Pratt fires left elbow. It's Camper. Hands to Davis. Davis at the free throw stripe, pulls from two, doesn't get a favorable roll, and it's rebounded by Kramer. Gordon passes to Floyd. Ava on a break, steps through, off the glass. It rattles home for two. Ava Floyd.
Bailey Kramer started that break with a rebound, quick outlet to Haley, and Haley pushed the ball up the floor.
And Davis, who pump faked a three, left her feet, and she's called for the walk.
I don't think they watched the game the other night. Don't jab step, don't pump fake, don't carry.
And a nice job by Haley Gordon to crash, playing very aggressive defense, not allowing any open looks.
Oh, nice.
Back cut, Everett, mid-range two,
Ah.
bounces out. Kramer tries for the putback, but she's fouled, and that'll be another trip to the stripe for Bailey Kramer.
That was a nice set right there for Carly. Ball just kind of rolled out, but I like to see them trying to get Carly into the offense. We need her to score a couple of points. And
Kramer's first free throw earlier looked pure, and that one follows the trend. Overman in for Davis. Tinley Davis subbing in for the first time on the Lady Dogs side, coming in for Carly Everett. And Kramer, that one kicks off the back iron, rebounded by Chilton.
Missed
She
it.
steps through, had an easy hook, but couldn't finish.
she was expecting the contact and didn't get it.
Rogers driving inside, steps
That was a
through,
walk.
gives to Camper. Camper in the paint. And it's rebounded by Kramer, another well-contested shot.
I got Haley on the side there.
Haley fires away.
Bang. Oh, I thought she had it.
Kicks off the rim. Davis in pursuit, couldn't save it, and it bounces into the Riverside bench.
That shot looked good. I thought it was in.
And Coach Gordon, some substitutions here, trying to keep some fresh legs. Josie Hassel in the game for the first time. She replaces Bailey Kramer. Camper dribbles left, inside. Gives out to Rogers, contested
That's off.
three, misses well right. off the backboard and to Zoe Chilton.
Good challenge there. I don't know if that was Haley or Ava. I kind of missed it.
Gordon tries again from three. And Haley Gordon is just missing these three balls. They're bouncing just off the side of the rim.
Yeah, she's got to keep shooting that. That shot looks good. She could also look to attack the rim. There was nobody between her and the goal right there.
And Riverside wisely let that ball roll out of bounds. Ella Davis, number 21's got 2 fouls against her tonight. Rogers, corner three. This one misses. Chilton with the rebound and gets it to Floyd. Rogers staying right with Floyd down the left side. Ava drives, bounce pass to Davis. Contested shot, missed it short. Gordon on the floor, rolls it out to Floyd. And a timeout by Coach Gordon.
Good timeout. Ava missed the shot, so. Normally, anytime I ever called that timeout as a coach, the shot always went in.
It's almost like a field goal in football. You feel like a genius if it goes in and you call a timeout, but if it doesn't, then you feel stupid.
Hey, you can ask Coach Smith. We were playing at Brentwood, and it's a tight game. We're down by like 2 or 3. I can't remember. We get a steal in the last few seconds, and there's still 8 or 9 seconds left. I'm not sure. I call a quick timeout just as he catches the ball on the perimeter and drains a 3.
And that's just the nature of basketball, I guess. You can't help but roll your eyes a little bit. But now both teams on the floor. Floyd to throw it in from the baseline. To Hassel, open, off the glass. Misses, loose. Picked up by Chilton. It goes up. And a whistle.
Lady Dogs really working hard on the boards right now, missing some layups, but getting second chances, getting to the foul line. You know, these fouls are going to start adding up on Riverside.
And that'll be 2 shots for Zoe Chilton. That is the first foul called against Ansley Tubbs. Chilton's first free throw rattles in. 22-11. Lady Dogs ahead with 46.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Zoe Chilton misses the second. Rebounded by Rogers. Rogers down the right side in a hurry. Has a lane, takes it all the way for 2. Something to note, Riverside has 5 team fouls. Hickman County still with 0. Floyd gives to Chilton up top. Dribbles in left-handed, pulls from the left of the paint. Doesn't fall. And Hassel tries to rip it away from Tubbs. And a jump ball.
They actually could have called another one on Riverside right there, but that 5-0 probably led to them not calling that. You know, one of the differences is we are attacking the rim. Defensively, we're kind of just giving them space to where we're not fouling like we were the last time. We're playing better defensive position.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball in the corner, taken away by Gordon. She's flying down the floor. Bounce pass to Hassel. Oh, went back to Davis. But it's taken away by Riverside. A turnover forced by Bailey Collette. And that brings the opening quarter to a close from Lewis County High School. Your score, Lady Dogs 22, Lady Panthers 13. And Ron, Hickman County with a chance to score at the end of that quarter if Hassel maybe tries for a shot there.
Well, she had just missed the layup before, and so that was kind of in her head. I loved what Coach Gordon did right there. She met Josie out at half court and told her, said, look, don't worry about that last shot. Just shoot the next one.
It's all about keeping morale high. We know basketball, a lot of ebbs and flows. It's not about your last shot. It's about your next one.
First quarter, Ava Floyd with 15 points of our 22. I believe that's right, yeah. Bailey Kramer has 4 and Zoe has 5.
So Ava Floyd has accounted for a whopping 68% of Hickman County's opening quarter points, and we
left several points on the floor with missed layups and missed free throws. We could have easily scored 30 points that quarter.
But I'm certainly expecting Coach Reed to make adjustments to maybe zero in more on Ava Floyd, but then that'll open the door for girls like Carly Everett, who's been on fire these last few games, to get back to those ways. Floyd drives, little reverse hook there, and she's fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. So again, Riverside just keeps racking up fouls, and That might come back to haunt them later in this game.
Well, that's her first foul. They got several people with one right now. As that free throw rolls in, I think that touched every part of the cylinder before it fell through.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The second one looked a lot better.
24-13, Hickman County, after a rather sluggish start, has stormed back. Up top. Deep three on the way, no good. Hassel fighting for it, and it's into the hands of Ava Floyd. Ava down the left side, bounce pass to Everett, well read by Pratt, who takes it the other direction with a turnover. Pratt pulls, right elbow. The shot was contested by Everett, who looks over at Coach Gordon and says, I got all ball, but the official saw something different.
You got to understand, your situation like that with the way the fouls are right now, they're going to call. And right there, I would have called the foul on Carly, too, the way she slapped at the ball.
That first free throw is no good by Alyssa Pratt. Zoe Chilton and Haley Gordon back in the game. Tinley Davis and Josie Hassel subbing out. And Pratt gets the second one, makes it a 10-point game, 24-14. Floyd crossing the logo, slowing down the pace. Kramer comes over to set a screen. Ava fires from three, and she's going to keep on keeping on. Another three for the junior.
They keep going under that screen right there with nobody stepping out to hedge it or challenge the shot.
So Ava, who's gone relatively uncontested beyond the arc, has made the Lady Panthers pay for it.
That's her fourth three.
Pass to Pratt up top. She wants to dribble in left-handed, runs into Everett, passes to Camper. She pulls from the right elbow, rolls out, rebounded by Floyd. So nothing falling for Riverside. Floyd pushing it down the floor. Chilton steps through. This left-handed shot doesn't fall, and it's deflected out of bounds by Camper. So it's going to stay with the Lady Dogs. And Zoe Chilton, Ron, just not having much luck on that left side of the bucket.
Yeah, just not getting enough arch on that layup right there.
Kramer fires from three. High arcing shot, hits high off the rim, and they'll say that hit the beam that supports the backboard. But really, if you're Coach Gordon, you like seeing Kramer take those because she hasn't attempted many this year, but she has been very efficient.
She normally hits a high percentage.
Pratt, top of the key, screen by Davis. Gives left to Rogers. Rogers wants to drive. Has it knocked away, but tips it to Camper, who then goes to Davis. Davis pulls from the free throw line, a wide open shot, and rebounded by Gordon. Floyd, left side. Runs into traffic, tries to give to Haley Gordon a bit of a no-look pass. Don't think Gordon was all too ready for that, and it's going to be a turnover.
There was a lot of hands in that view right there.
So Riverside has forced a few turnovers tonight, needing now to capitalize. Rogers picks up her dribble, passes to Overman. Left wing, pulls from three, low line drive shot. Misses short, and there's Carly Everett on the board. Everett to Chilton, right wing, dribbles inside, has it knocked away. Picked up by Camper, still fighting for it.
Good job by Camper ripping that away.
And Rogers with a dime to Pratt, and she tries to take it to the glass, and she's fouled by Haley Gordon. So that'll be two shots for Pratt. And that was a beautiful pass by Rogers. So Pratt was the last visitor to the free throw line for Riverside. She went 1 for 2 and misses the first one here. 5:22 left in the first half. 27-14, Hickman County leads. And Pratt. So she's been consistently hitting 50% with every trip. Floyd across the logo, top of the key, gives left, Everett, pump fake, drives inside, gives to Kramer, off her hands.
Had a lot of passes that we just can't catch. That's like the third turnover, I think, where a pass just has gone through our hands. I don't know if we're trying to make the move before we catch it or just not watching it.
I'm going to need that basketball investigated. Somebody might have laced it with butter or something before. I don't know. Camper, top of the key. Gives to Pratt from the right side of the paint. Off the back iron, rebounded by Floyd.
Lady Dogs need to get some points here.
Ava to Everett from three. Nothing but net for the sophomore.
Just like that.
Her first points tonight. Davis gives. Overman steps right. Hands left back to Davis. She picks up her dribble after a step or two. Now it's Pratt. At the free throw line. Nice move around Everett. Stepping through. Misses it strong over the basket.
She stepped through Everett and saw Kramer sitting there waiting for her.
Chilton, open look. She joins the three-point parade. We've seen Floyd, Everett, and Chilton with a triple in this first half, and a timeout is called. And these Hickman County Lady Bulldogs are roaring to life in this first half.
This is what we've seen through the year. When they are playing like this, being able to hit threes at this rate. We've hit 6 so far in the first 12 minutes of the game. And then that opens up, allows Ava to attack the rim. It's really hard to guard. There's not, I'll be honest with you, as a coach, I wouldn't have any answers for it.
And talking about Riverside, yes, Hickman County's offense has been very, very potent in this game, but Riverside's just not getting many shots to fall on the offensive end either. They've had some pretty good looks.
So they're having to shoot over us, though. Every shot, instead of being a wide-open three or a wide-open layup like it was up at our place, now there's always someone between them and the goal.
Riverside with the ball out of the timeout, under 4 minutes left in the half. Davis goes baseline. Corner, Overman from three. Off the front of the rim. Chilton and Camper battling for the rebound.
Good hustle.
And a jump ball.
Good hustle by both of them. That was a 50-50 ball that neither one was willing to give up on.
That was the definition of a jump ball. The arrow will favor the Lady Panthers. Inbounding is Pratt. She gets it back in the corner. Camper to Davis. Up top, hesitates, now fires a three. Missed it, rebounded by Everett, so maybe that brief moment of hesitation disrupted the shot.
It always does. Very rarely do you see someone hesitate and then
Floyd floats to Kramer inside.
Oh, had Zoe wide open.
To Everett from three. Another one for Carly.
We'll take that, though. If Bailey will look over her shoulder at Zoe on that opposite block, she's wide open when they come to double.
Overman tries to answer back, a quick catch-release three.
It's going to be a push on Zoe on the rebound.
But again, a pretty good look there. But you got to think Coach Gordon's game plan going into this game. From the three-point line, you got to watch out for Bentley Rogers. You got to watch out for Alyssa Pratt.
But you want to challenge them. You know they're going to shoot shots.
Camper, pretty open look over Kramer. Missed the mid-range. And again, a rebound by the Lady Dogs. Not too many second chance opportunities for the Panthers. Everett pulls again. This one rolls out of the bowl. Rebounded by the Panthers. And they're on a break.
Carly Everett getting back, cutting off that layup.
That's Camper inside. Patiently waits. Has it ripped out of her hand as she goes up for the shot.
We'll see if this is on Ava or Zoe. Caught it on Zoe. That's her second.
Number 30, Shelton, that's her second.
A little too much contact underneath.
Zoe kind of got up in the air right there.
So what Hickman County lacked in fouls in the first quarter, they're certainly making up for it in the second quarter.
You know they're going to make him up. That's what you got to be smart on. Anytime that happens, most times the officials, they look at the scoreboard also. They're going to balance it out.
That's 14 fouls on the Lady Dogs in this second quarter. 2 on Zoe Chilton. And Camper from the line makes it 36-17. Hickman County still in control. 2:40 left in the first half. Screen by Kramer. Floyd, top of the key, dribbles in, steps, floater, short. Tipped around, Kramer's got it, and the putback falls.
A little bit too much.
They're trying to force the issue. Hickman County really had their backs turned. There might have been something there for Davis underneath, but the pass overshot her.
A good pass would have had to be a perfect pass, and it was just about 2.5 feet too long.
But looking at that play right there and then Kramer offensively, Bailey's height has really been the difference maker in this one. And Rachel Puckett on the floor for her first time. Floyd dribbles in, takes the mid-range two, kicks off the back iron. Kramer's putback is too long, but Puckett's got the rebound, and she gets it back out. Everett was looking for Floyd, and it's a takeaway. Fast break. Bentley Rogers for two. Rogers showing off her speed.
Carly kind of passed it before she looked.
There's Puckett, right wing. Quick pass, Everett, ball fake. Mid-range two, misses short. Kramer's got the rebound. It's a fight and a jump ball. Camper was a fraction of a second away from, frankly, just coming out with the possession for Riverside.
She was trying to rip it away. She's strong.
Saw a bit of frustration on the face of Camper. Inbound, Kramer to Floyd for three, another one. There is fire on the right hand of Ava Floyd. She can't seem to miss right now.
All these Lady Dogs right now are really shooting the ball well.
Riverside trying to get something going. Rogers, left corner. Pass inside. It's Davis in the paint. Puts it up over Kramer, and one. Count the bucket for Ella Davis. Make it 41-21. A 20-point ball game with 68 seconds to go in the first half. Davis, a chance to make it a 19-point deficit. Misses the free throw, rebounded by Puckett. There's Ava Floyd at the logo. A minute to go in the second. Floyd wants to drive, kicks. Gordon from three. Overshot it and into the hands of Camper. Camper leads Rogers. Gordon in pursuit. Contests the shot. And it's rebounded by the Lady Dogs. Knocked away from Floyd. Oh my goodness, and Pratt hits the floor hard. That was a nasty landing there for Pratt.
Well, they were both going for the ball, but
and the Riverside wants a technical call there. Thought maybe a little bit too much contact,
they were wanting a flagrant, but that was incidental. Ava was just a little bit stronger.
That first free throw is missed by Pratt, and knowing how Ava Floyd is, she is one of the nicest players on and off the floor. You know she's not going to do anything with malintent. And Pratt misses both of those free throws, rebounded by Kramer, but it's knocked out of her hands. Riverside a second chance opportunity.
There we go.
And Rogers misses the three, rebounded by Gordon, and she's fouled by Davis.
So Riverside right now is trapping everything. When they miss a shot, they go and trap. We've got girls out running, and we're going to have to stay and help get that first pass out of that trap, and then we can take off running. But we've got to be able to be strong with the ball and get the ball out of that initial trap.
30 seconds to play in the first half. Floyd methodically brings it up the floor, crossing the logo, guarded by Rogers. She drives, gives, long two for Puckett, and she sinks it. It's the freshman with her first points of the night. Pass, Camper pump fakes a three. Kramer bites,
Coach
and
Gordon's
one.
not going to be happy right there because Bailey came out and tried to block the three. He wants her to stay on the ground, not let that happen.
So count the bucket for Lauren Camper. And that is Camper at her very best. Whenever she's ball faking, pump faking, and then driving with a purpose. She misses the free throw, and that's really been the bane of Riverside's existence tonight. 5 seconds. Floyd pulls from three, misses short, air balls it, and it hits the baseline, and that brings our first half to a conclusion. It is a first half that was dominated by Hickman County. Your score, 43-23 on WNKX. And since it is District Championship Saturday, Ron, I'm not sure if they're going to have any sort of halftime festivities. I don't see a rubber duck.
I saw the ducks out there, though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they're saving them for the championship game or.
Well, I was concerned because Chris Chilton didn't bring me one.
Yeah, they're not bringing the duck out, so maybe not. Maybe
That
they
or
just
he's-
have it out there.
Or maybe he's just holding out on me. Who knows? But, Ron, I have to be honest with you. We know Hickman County was the favorite coming into this game as the 1 seed who was undefeated in district play. But I don't think anybody could have guessed that this would be the score at the end of the first half. I mean, maybe Coach Gordon would tell you he expected this, but as a fan, as an onlooker, as a broadcaster even, it's been a shocking first half.
Well, I always approach these games as a coach. What would I do? And then it's always interesting to see, how the coaches do. But Coach Gordon is actually playing this game exactly the way I would as a coach. I want to chase their shooters all over the place, try to stay between them and the goal, challenge shots, have Bailey drop back, and make their bigs have to hit a three. They hit one early. Zoe kind of stepped out on her a little bit. But since then, most of their shots have been there haven't been a lot of three-point shots by them that I thought was going in.
And Riverside, their big scorers just haven't been able to get much generated offensively, and I'm expecting that to change in the second half. I think they're going to make some adjustments. I know Coach Reed, very good head coach, and he's kept his girls right here on the bench the whole time on the floor during this halftime break. They're not taking it to the locker room. They're staying right here where they are.
They never go inside. I think they did that at our gym also.
So maybe it's a tradition. Ron, do you know why that might be? Because I don't.
I can tell you as a coach, a lot of times you go into a locker room, especially if things are going well or something like that. You go into the locker room, it signifies a break in momentum. But some coaches just would rather stay on the bench. Hey, once we go out on the floor, we're out on the floor. We're not coming back in here until the end of the game.
I kind of like it. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have halftime festivities.
There's some half-court shots going on. Do you want to go shoot one?
Oh,
they asked for volunteers.
Nobody wants to see that. Ron, did you know I actually tried out for the basketball team my freshman year of high school? I actually worked with you a lot during the summer of between 8th grade and 9th grade. You were one of the best basketball coaches I ever had because you were one of the only basketball coaches I ever had.
Thank you.
I did ball out a little bit in junior pro when I was a young whippersnapper. I did have a buzzer beater shot at one point.
We had a junior pro heck of a game today.
Really?
In junior pro, yeah.
All right.
Ended up winning in overtime on a last-second shot.
Nice.
But it's fun to watch. In our junior pro, Hickman County's basketball is just getting better and better and better. And you can see it in those younger leagues, the junior dogs leagues that Coach Gordon is doing. In our junior pro leagues, the games are so much more challenging. I remember, hey, over the head off the top of the backboard. I remember when my kids first started playing junior pro, sometimes in a girls' game, final score would be 12-10, 10-8, something like that. I think our final score today was we were in the 30s. Oh!
Wow!
Shot, banked it in.
I hate to cut you off, but that was unbelievable.
Nice.
Wow.
That was nice.
I don't know who that was, but I tip my hat. That was unreal. Anyway, Ron, as you were saying.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's getting better and better.
Well, and I was going to add on to that and say that, watching Hickman County boys, Hickman County girls, they don't just magically spawn in their 9th grade year and become good at basketball. This is a long, arduous process that takes years of development, and it all starts with the youngest age group. They don't just start off in high school, right? It's all about building your way there.
Well, you have to start young anymore. There are some players that can start late, but basketball is such a muscle memory sport. You really have to practice, and when the younger you start, the better advantage you have, the quicker you build that basketball IQ, and you're seeing the benefits of it in Hickman County Middle School basketball right now, Hickman County High School basketball. You know, these next several years are just going to be so much fun to watch.
Oh, I agree. So just under 5 minutes left until we resume with the second half. So while we have a little bit, I want to give a very special thank you to our sponsors: Ascension St. Thomas, Meriwether Lewis Electric Company, Pizza Hut, the McDonald Funeral Home, Heritage Bank and Trust, and the Three Rivers Community Health Group. WNKX thanks you for your contributions for making this broadcast and all of our other broadcasts possible. And I have to say, Ron, this weather has really been messing with me a little bit, because I could walk outside. I'm not sure if it's going to be 70 or 30.
So it's really messed with me today, because when I left the house this morning, I left about 6:30 or so. Had to go to our house on Shady Lawn Drive to do some things and, try to move back in, and it took a little longer than expected, so I didn't get to go back to Swan and change clothes. So I'm sitting here in shorts. It was really comfortable when I left this morning. Walking into Lewis County High School, I was like, ooh, it's a little chilly. It's going to be really cold tonight when I walk back out here.
Well, I'm about the opposite right now. It was a little breezy when I left the house, and I had the jacket, a polo, and a T-shirt underneath, and some khakis. Not doing me any favors right now in this gymnasium. It is warm.
In here, it is warm. If you notice, dude down there by the exit doors, he's got it cracked, so he feels a little better.
Yeah. And again, I want to give a very special thank you to all of our listeners and supporters who are tuned in to this audio-only presentation of District Championship High School basketball. And I want to give a very special welcome to anybody who's listening in from Decatur County. Any Riverside fans out there that are tuned in, we appreciate you being here as well, for bearing with us. I know sometimes it can be a little hard to listen to the opposing team's broadcast, but I don't know. I think we stay pretty down the middle most of the time.
I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not down the middle, but I'm a Bulldog commentator, but I like basketball, and I'm going to call it the way I see it, on both sides.
I will try to selflessly and humbly carry the impartiality of the broadcast.
You're doing a great job of
Thank you.
Doing a great job.
Thank you.
You want a few stats on the Bulldog side, because I haven't kept up with Riverside? Leading the way, of course, is Ava Floyd. She has hit 4 threes. No, I'm sorry. She has hit 5 threes in the first half. She has 23 points. Zoe Chilton has hit a 3, a field goal, and a free throw for 6. Bailey Kramer with 2 field goals and 2 free throws for 6. Carly Everett with a 3. And Rachel Puckett with that 17-footer that, as a dad, I was really glad to see her shoot, because I know she can hit that. She just has been hesitant to pull that this year as a freshman, and it was good to see that go down.
Well, I'll tell you what, how awesome is it that, as a freshman, you can say you scored in the district championship game. That's something that no one can take away from her.
You played in that.
Yeah.
To play in a district championship game. I know, let's see, I played in one district championship game in my 4 years at Hickman County High School, and it was, it's a special moment.
And I know these students, because that's what they are at the end of the day, they're just kids playing a game, and they value every time they get to play with one another, build those bonds, and enjoy this game of basketball. But it always means just a little bit more when you take the floor together in a meaningful postseason atmosphere like we've got here today. We are under a minute from resuming with the second half, and it's going to be a tall task for these Lady Panthers, but if anyone else in this district can do it, I think Coach Reed and these talented young ladies can.
Well, this is a team that you've got to be aware of, because they can hit threes in a hurry. And with a three-point shot, you're never out of a game. So the Lady Dogs, they can't come out and take a break right here because we're up 20. These girls can put up 20, 25 points really, really quick. And so we've got to keep playing defense, hold them to one shot, and rebound them.
So here we go. It's time for the final 16 minutes of the girls' District 10 2A championship game. And it starts with Riverside. Rogers up top. Dribbles inside the arc and hands back out to Pratt. She passes left. Overman from three. It's good.
And
that's step one.
That's step one for them.
Floyd across the logo. Screen by Chilton.
Going under
Floyd
the screen again.
fires from three. Kicks off the back iron. Picked up by Camper. She's going the other way in a hurry. She's flying down the floor. She steps through and a foul. I believe they got Ava Floyd.
They did.
It was Floyd and Gordon both in pursuit. Ava there a little too handsy. That's going to be Lauren Camper at the line. And she misses the first. And really, I think this game would be a lot closer if you would count all the missed free throws Riverside had in the first half. That was really biting them.
Is that Ava's third foul, I think?
Yes.
Is that right? So that's going to be, she's got to be smart from here on out.
And Camper makes the second free throw. 43-27, Floyd drives it herself off the glass for two. And again, a fast-paced game. Davis going the other way, top of the key. She fires from three. Kicks off the back of the rim. Kramer's got the board. Gordon passes left. Everett, open look in the corner. And she bangs a three. So two made shots for Everett tonight, both from beyond the arc. Rogers tries to answer back with a three of her own, rolls off the rim and in to the bleachers.
We're going to be in for a treat these last two quarters because it's a fast-paced game right now. Getting up and down the floor. Riverside's shooting quick. They're gambling on the offensive end, so that means we're probably going to get quick shots, or on the defensive end, so we're probably going to get quick shots too.
Floyd drives, wants to take it herself, misses the layup, rebounded by Camper. And they're trying to answer back. Camper across the logo.
Davis got to be smart right
in the
there.
paint, takes it herself, and Chilton lowers that arm, and she's called for the foul. 2 shots for Camper, and Riverside has to start making these free throws count.
So we've got to run the floor a little bit better, get back a little bit quicker. Right now, we're running beside Riverside as they're dribbling up, and that's going to give them angles to attack the rim as she hits the first free throw. That's 3 fouls on Zoe also. So foul trouble affecting the Bulldogs more than it's affecting Riverside right now.
And Camper goes 2 for 2, 48-29. Lady Dogs still in front, just under 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Floyd dribbles right, passes left. Everett fires from three. This one misses to the right. Ava's got the offensive rebound. Her putback's no
Zoe
good.
and Ava. Oh.
And Kramer rips it away from Davis. Floyd, corner three. Missed. Chilton rebounds, steps through.
A lot of contact right there.
Doesn't get it to fall. Chilton in pursuit, saves it, gets it to Everett. Oh, and she had Kramer, overshoots her.
And there's the 4th foul. That's on Ava right there. Ava's just got to fall back right there. They're calling a lot of cheap fouls right now. And so, that's where we have to adjust, bounce back, and not make contact at all.
And Riverside, you have to go pedal to the metal right now with Ava Floyd on the bench.
Right now, when Ava comes in, I'm attacking her offensively every time.
Rogers from three. Missed it. Rebounded by Gordon. Gordon picks up her dribble, goes across midcourt to Everett. Everett drives, kicks to Chilton. Zoe spins through, passes out to Everett. She drives and is fouled by Davis. But Ron, what I'm really liking in this third quarter so far is the urgency in which Riverside is playing with. Far too often, teams that trail in games, they wait until the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter to start playing like they want to come back and win, but Riverside's doing it right off the rip.
Well, if you want to have that chance, you have to, and that is what they're doing right now.
And Everett's got the first of 2 free throws, and Davis subbing out. Back in is Overman for Riverside. Everett, 2 for 2. A successful trip. And again, Riverside already on the other end. Rogers drives, guarded by Gordon, dribbles back, gives to Camper, wide open three. Kramer playing well off, and rebounded by Zoe Chilton. So again, these Lady Dogs content with giving Camper that shot, and a foul committed by, it looked like Pratt.
Big Pratt, I believe.
Yes.
0.
That is Alyssa Pratt. Just a simple reach-in foul. And it's important to note that number 21, Ella Davis of Riverside, also in foul trouble with 4. And that's Pratt's first tonight. Everett to Chilton, inside to Kramer. Steps through.
Foul on the floor right there.
And a foul, and
Riverside fans are wanting to walk, but she just spun in a complete circle on 1 foot. That was a legal pivot.
It's one of those that always looks like a foul to the naked eye, but if the official's watching that very closely.
Well, the foul, I think, was a foul. And when she pivoted, she came up under her.
Everett fires
that
to
was
Chilton.
A definite foul.
And a foul. So right now, both sides have been pretty foul happy, but it's been the Lady Dogs who have been able to take advantage more so of those fouls. That's the 3rd foul called on Lauren Camper. The first free throw is no good by Chilton.
So it looks like her foot's hurting a little bit. Both
Zoe,
of those shots look awkward.
Zoe misses both of them. Now it's Rogers. Inside the paint. Steps through, off balance, off the glass, banks it in. An acrobatic shot by Bentley Rogers. Davis passes into Everett. Everett was losing a handle of it and just pushes it down the floor. Great save by
Zoe.
Kramer
There
to
you go,
Chilton.
Zoe.
Missed the first one, but got the second. Timeout, Coach Gordon. And that was chaos, and that goes to show a lot is going right for the Lady Dogs if that possession ends in points.
Yeah, Carly went to throw the pass down the floor, lost control of it. The ball bounces on the floor about 3 times. Bailey goes to save it and just flips it up in the air. A Riverside player missed it. It bounced to Zoe. She misses the layup and then gets the rebound back and hits it. I am concerned about Zoe right now, though. On that last rebound on a miss by Riverside, she went up for the ball. Girl kind of undercut her, and she landed funny.
Yeah, it was a very, very awkward landing, and you know, Zoe Chilton's a tough young lady. It's going to take a lot to keep her out of this game, but you need to look ahead too. There is more basketball to be played beyond just today. .4:26 left in the 3rd quarter, 52-31. Hickman County leads Riverside in this district title game. And this will be the last time we're on the road, at least for a couple days. Next Friday and Saturday begins the regional tournament for guys and girls. Both opening rounds will be played at J.E. Cisco, our backyard. And we're back after the timeout. Riverside ball. Pratt inside. Steps through. Gets it to go.
Nice little step through. She knew Zoe was in foul trouble. Probably wasn't going to challenge that shot.
Tinley Davis, who's going to be seeing a lot of minutes in this 3rd quarter. Everett dribbles right around Pratt, and it was knocked out of bounds by Pratt. Back in the game for Riverside is Ella Davis. She's subbing in for number 22. That's Bailey Collins.
Turnover on the inbounds right there.
Pratt dishes to Davis. She pulls from 3. It misses short.
Gotta get rebounds.
Offensive board by Pratt. Passes out. Overman gives to Rogers. Screen by Davis. Rogers dribbles in. Step back. Long 2. Off the back rim. Davis offensive board. To the corner. It's Overman. Pump fake, dribble inside, mid-range 2, misses short.
Here comes
Another
that trap.
rebound by Chilton,
Got to get the ball out, and then we can attack.
and she escapes. Davis. Davis wants to drive. She takes it herself.
Rolled around. Nice take by Tinley.
The rim not doing her any favors. Davis drives. The corner. Pratt from 3. Good. And that three-point shot was kissing the skies. A towering three-point shot. Just what Riverside needed, and a foul on the inbound committed by Alyssa Pratt on Tinley Davis.
That will put us at the foul line for 2 shots.
And that gives the underclassman, Tinley Davis, a shot to get on the board. She almost had a really nice looking 2 earlier.
I thought that was down. It was a nice take.
So Davis at the line. High bounce, teetering, and it rolls left.
That hit the rim 4 times and rolled out.
Davis might owe the rim some money because it is not doing her any solids here tonight. The second free throw on the way. This one banks in. Tinley Davis in the scoring column in this district championship.
Bulldogs have to get a stop. Pratt started feeling it. Going to have to stay with her. They're going to run this weave.
Ooh, pass in the corner to Rogers, almost jumped by Davis. Rogers picks up her dribble, gives to Davis right wing. Davis wants to drive on Hassel. Kicks it.
Can't leave
Pratt,
her.
3, missed. It's loose. Picked up by Rogers. Step back, long 2. That one misses short.
Here comes the trap. Get it out. Come back and help.
Rebounded by Kramer. She pushes it to Everett. Everett floats to Hassel. She gives. Davis goes up and has the shot blocked. Camper down to Pratt in the corner. Lost it.
It's going to be out of bounds off of Haley's foot there. She tried to cross over and went off Haley's toe.
It's going to be Pratt inbounding from the baseline in front of the Hickman County cheerleaders. To Rogers, hands back to Pratt. Open look, screen by Camper. And Pratt sinks a 3. Again, Riverside applying pressure. Pass to Hassel. She wants to take it. She misses. It's tipped. Off of the hand of Kramer. Rachel Puckett back in the game, takes over for Tinley Davis.
So they've got the lead cut to 14 right now. Struggle scoring with Ava on the floor right now. We haven't found someone who's been able to score.
So Rachel Puckett in the game. We see Josie Hassel as well. A lot of young bucks out there. Deep 3 from Pratt. This one misses, too strong. It's loose. Puckett rips it away and gets it out to Gordon. Great wherewithal by the freshman. Gordon crosses the logo, gives right to Hassel. Hassel gives inside to Kramer, spinning through. Missed it.
Some of those shots to go.
Rebounded by Camper. When Puckett got a hand on it, almost a turnover. Overman, top of the key. Hassel crashes fast. Gives right Camper, long 2. That one no good, rebounded by Hassel. 45 seconds to play in the third, 53-39. Lady Dogs still up front. Give to Hassel, inside to Everett. Dribbles back out beyond the arc. Just slowing things down.
Probably going to try to pull it out for one shot right here. I've been kind of surprised we've kept the pace as fast as we have without Ava on the floor.
Everett, nice little spin move, gives right to Hassel. Hassel has it blocked. Kramer's got it and gets it back out to Everett. 15 seconds to go in the third. Everett looking for Gordon, but it's taken away. Davis to Pratt to Rogers for 2. 5 seconds. Puckett's got to hurry. Puckett has it ripped away by Rogers. And that's how the third quarter will end. Hickman County still leads by double digits, but Riverside is showing signs of life.
Riverside 41, Hickman
53-41. Hickman County with a 20-plus point lead not all that long ago.
We're up by 20 at halftime, I believe, right? 43-23. So Riverside cut it down, 8 points. Of course, a big difference that quarter was a very simple fact that Ava picked up fouls 3 and 4 very, very quickly early in the quarter. We'll see how long Coach Gordon decides to leave her on the bench, but Ava has to be super smart when she goes back in.
But Ron, this is the exact thing we have been talking about all season. You have depth on this bench, and who's going to be the one that steps up when you have one of your main players, one of your primary scorers and ball handlers like Ava Floyd? When something like this happens, how do you respond to that? Do you crumble or do you step up? And that's what we're going to have to see in these last 8 minutes.
Ava is coming back out on the floor to start off the fourth quarter. So if I'm Riverside, I'm driving the ball at her all that I can because you're probably going to get a good shot because she's not going to foul.
And defensively, I expect to see Ava Floyd turn into a pacifist. Floyd, 3, missed it. Rebounded by Riverside. It was Lauren Camper. She's already secured several boards in this one. Camper gives left to Overman. Up top. Dribbles back near the volleyball line. Floyd on the defensive. Pass left to Davis. Davis dribbles left to the wing. Hands off to Pratt. Camper comes over for a screen on Everett. Pratt dribbles in. Picks up her dribble, steps through, and a walk.
Yeah, that was it. She kind of changed her pivot foot to do that step through because of the length of Bailey Kramer.
Some good defense there by the Lady Dogs.
Lady Dogs have to realize right now the clock is our friend. We don't have to have quick shots right here. We just need good shots.
Although
Let's be
Hickman
patient,
County,
get to the rim.
that's Kramer who pulls from 3. Rebounded by Gordon. Now it's Everett with the ball in her hand in that right corner. Give to Floyd. Ava's got room. Floater rolls out. Offensive board from Kramer.
Foul from behind there.
And that was on the putback, so that'll send Kramer to the line.
Good job, Bailey Kramer, attacking the offensive glass, keeping the ball alive. Haley Gordon, I think, got an offensive rebound there.
Kramer's first free throw.
Ooh-wee, it's hard to score right now.
Bounces out. The second one's up, and this one no good. Kramer usually really, really solid at the line. Just nothing going there. Davis on the other end. Dribbles inside, guarded by Chilton. Passes out. It's Rogers at the right wing. Hands back to Ella Davis. Davis finds a lane. Overman, left corner 3, overshot it. And out of bounds off of Lauren Camper. That's going to be Hickman County ball with 6:30 left in the fourth. 53-41. Lady Dogs in the lead. Oh, Floyd lost handle of it a little bit.
That's going to be a foul right there.
That foul's going to go against Alyssa Pratt.
Referee or the Riverside coaches are begging for an offensive foul right now, just wanting to get that 5th foul on Ava. Ava's got to be smart.
And all it takes is 1.
It's just 1 now.
Chilton at the volleyball line being swarmed by Overman. Gets it to Everett. Everett spins through traffic. Gives out to Kramer. On the cut in traffic, it's Floyd. Tries to take it up and is hacked down to the ground. And that'll be free throws for Ava Floyd. And there was not a ton of room to fit that pass, but Kramer somehow, some way.
Ava wanted that pass. She went up and grabbed it between about 3 Riverside defenders. We need to hit some free throws.
Floyd,
There's one.
Floyd looking like Randy Moss in the paint down there. And she has the first free throw. Feels like the first made free throw we've seen in minutes.
Long time.
She misses the second. There's Camper again, racking up those boards. Rogers dribbles left inside. gives out. Camper, quick swing. Davis knocks down the three from the top of the key.
I'm going to have to get out and guard her. Her shot's looking a lot better right now.
Davis started things off in the first quarter with some big shots. Riverside needs her here. And Zoe Chilton contested all the way to the bucket, and she's fouled. And they're going to get number 34, Lauren Camper, and Riverside not too thrilled. And Ron, at this point, it feels like fouls are just here to stop the clock because there is nothing being made right now.
Not right now, are they?
Chilton misses both. Goodness gracious, it has been a rough showing at the line. Pratt inside, steps through, doesn't get it to fall. Kramer's got the board, gives to Floyd. Ava on the break, 2-on-1, steps through, missed the layup. Floyd's got to be careful. Rogers on the break, Ava reaching in, missed the layup. Davis falling away, gets the putback. Ava's got it. Dribbles around to the right, picks up the dribble. Kramer right elbow, out to Gordon, now back to Floyd at right wing. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth. And a timeout called by Coach Gordon. Things getting chippy right now, Mr. Puckett.
Well, right now, Riverside's got all the momentum. They've got the energy. Hickman County walking to the bench is a little bit slow. Zoe Chilton's foot is definitely bothering her. And they're gassed right now. If you kind of watch them, they're going to have to dig deep, get that second win for this last 450 because this game is far from over.
We are in the single digits now, separating these two teams. It's 54-46. Hickman still in the lead, but for how long? Who knows? 4 minutes and 50 seconds remain to determine a district champion. Hickman County certainly has slowed down offensively. Nowhere near where they were in that second quarter. That was one of the best quarters we've seen Hickman County play all season long, and they're going to need to replicate at least half of that success in these last 5 minutes if they want to call themselves district champions.
Well, the first half was a really good half, and the third quarter was starting that way until Ava got that fourth foul. And once she got that fourth foul, the momentum has totally shifted.
And that completely changes the Hickman County style of play. They're not able to be nearly as aggressive.
And we're also not hitting free throws.
Floyd drives. The floater is no good, off the hands of a Riverside player. It's going to be Floyd throwing it in from the baseline. Ava to Everett, right corner. Everett dribbles left. She wants to drive, picks up her dribble to Kramer. She pulls. That one rattles out, rebounded by Camper. Davis going the other way. She pulls. She hits the mid-range too. We've got a 6-point game in Hohenwald. The Riverside fans have come to life in the fourth quarter.
See what the Lady Dogs do to get an answer.
What is Hickman County made of? Floyd falling away. That's a tough two for Ava Floyd, a big-time player, making big-time shots. Davis,
gotta stop
three,
Davis.
No good. Camper around Kramer. She gets a tough two. These teams now going blow for blow. But for Riverside to win, they need stops. Hickman County is content with going bucket for bucket.
Actually, we're not. I'd like to have some stops, too. Lady Dogs going to try to take a little air out of the ball right here.
It's Floyd near the logo.
So we approach 3 minutes on the clock.
A whistle.
Get 3 seconds.
And a 3-second call.
I don't think Bailey's foot, I don't think she ever took her foot out of the lane right there. Post players on that right there have to make sure they're outside the lane.
So that is a brutal mental lapse there for the Lady Dogs. Davis, right, Camper, dribbles in, jump stop. And Kramer goes over the back of Camper, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. And a timeout called by Riverside. 56-50. Lady Dogs leading with 2:56 to go. Man, this is district basketball. My heart's racing right now. Man.
This has gotten interesting. Riverside's made a run, started hitting some shots. We can't hit a shot right now, it seems. That last shot that Ava shot, she was tough. Fall away from the baseline.
And that one just as easily could have missed as well.
Yeah, yep. Right now, the Lady Dogs have to find some way to get a stop. Riverside is scoring pretty much at will. They've scored, well, not as many points as I thought they've scored this quarter. They've only scored 9 points this quarter. Of course, we're 5 minutes into the quarter.
And Kramer, who historically has foul trouble against Riverside, only has 2 tonight, so that's at least a silver lining for these Lady Dogs.
That's good.
And it's going to be Riverside ball out of the timeout, looking to trim in to the 6-point deficit. Bounce pass, Davis pulls, mid-range 2. This one rattles out, rebounded by Chilton. A pretty good-looking shot.
Yeah, I thought it was down. It hit the rim 3 or 4 times and then rattled out.
Now Ava slowing things down. Now she drives, steps through, draws a foul.
Toss it on the floor. Still going to be 2 shots, as that's their 5th foul for the quarter. Now this is where we have to be able to hit some free throws.
Free throws at this point turn into a non-negotiable.
Yeah, I mean you have to knock them down in the last 3 minutes. We would have about a 12-point lead if we hit free throws, at a 70-75% rate.
And that will end the day for number 34, Lauren Camper. Back in is number 22, Bailey Collette. But Ron, I believe the same thing could be said for Riverside if they made all their free throws tonight.
There we go. They've missed some too.
Floyd's got the first, 57-50. A second one misses off to the right, rebounded by Overman. Ella Davis up top, bounce pass, back to Davis. Davis tries to drive inside, bounce pass, open look. Overshot the bucket, did Collette. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs, so a pretty good look, just can't finish it.
The Lady Dogs had the right person shooting the shot there. She just came off the bench, was cold. It's hard to hit that shot coming right off the bench.
Floyd.
Dribble up, let's kill some time, make them foul us.
Floyd goes to Everett, now Everett dribbling it out. Hands to Floyd. Ava now dribbles. We are under 2 minutes to go. Everett hands back to Floyd. Ava drives, takes it herself for 2. $59-50, overshoots Collette, and that's Hickman County ball. And with 90 seconds left, the Lady Dogs trying to put a stamp.
Got that 9-point lead.
Every foul committed by Riverside turns into free throws. Trying to break it. Wide open Haley Gordon. Back to Floyd. Ava picks up her dribble. Gets it to Chilton. Zoe near the volleyball line. Back to Floyd. Ava's fouled by Overman.
113. 73 seconds.
And Ava with a chance to make this a double-digit lead once again. Misses the first.
There we
She's
go.
got the
Got one
second.
of 'em.
So a 10-point game, 60-50. Expect to see some triples attempted by the Lady Panthers. Davis, though, wants to drive baseline. Reverse layup goes. A beautiful move by Ella Davis. Floyd being trapped, looking for help. Gets it to Zoe Chilton.
Here.
A one-handed snag. Goes to Everett. They try to break the press. And they're across midcourt. 50 seconds. Gordon to Floyd. Floyd
They're trying
dribbles.
to foul, and they're not calling it.
No foul again this time.
Don't call it. Wow. I mean, they are trying to foul, and referees won't call it.
I mean, we can hear Coach Reed from up here yelling, foul, foul, and I'm sure they're thinking, Coach, we're trying.
Hey, we're fouling, Coach. They just ain't blowing the whistle.
And a timeout is called by Coach Reed of Riverside. With 41.9 seconds, an 8-point game separating these two. And this game has been everything we hoped it would be.
So we're still looking at a 3-possession game right here. We've got the ball. So, Riverside needs a quick turnover, a quick shot. Lady Dogs need to get the ball in, get fouled, and hit a couple of free throws and turn this into a 4-possession game.
Chilton inbounds to Everett. Back up top to Floyd. Now Coach Reed saying no foul.
They're trying to trap now.
And Floyd says a prayer and finds Everett right side. We're under 30 seconds. Now they want to foul. Perhaps too late. Coach Reed is beside himself on the sideline. 20 seconds, and now Floyd will head to the line.
Yeah, too much time right there. If you don't get the quick steal right there, you've got to get the foul. They let too much time run off the clock.
And that'll be Rogers called on the foul, her second. Floyd's first free throw is good. So, Ron, if she makes this one to make it double digits with only 19 seconds, it's going to make things very, very difficult for Riverside.
Oh, it's already very, very difficult.
And she's got the second. Rogers inbounds to Davis. Davis fires it down the floor. Overman. They got to get a shot off. Pratt from the left wing misses to the right. Gordon's got the rebound.
And there's the championship, fellas.
And they're going to dribble it out. And for the first time since 2010, the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs stand alone on top of the district mountain. They have gone unblemished from the regular season into the district tournament. They have not been beaten in district play, and what a season it has been for Coach Gavin Gordon, this coaching staff, and these Hickman County Lady Bulldogs.
Well, this game, somebody told you at halftime it was going to end the way it ended, you'd have said, whatever. But then when Ava picked up those 2 quick fouls in the third quarter, it totally changed the flow of the game. Riverside began to believe they had a chance, and they did. Well, they cut it to 6 points, I think, at one point.
I believe so, 6. So a 2-possession game, definitely within striking distance, and we got to give all the credit in the world to this Riverside team. They were the 2 seed for a reason. They consistently give these Lady Dogs a run for their money. First at our place, now here on a neutral site. An instant classic between these two, and I'm really hoping fate has these teams meet again in the regional tournament, because I guarantee it's going to be
nice to see them in a regional final, right, with the sub-state secured.
Yeah. It would be absolute cinema. But now they're about to do the distribution of awards, I believe, on the floor. I saw somebody bringing in a nice container of plaques.
They're going to do that. You were talking about the Riverside girls. I've enjoyed watching them this year. They've got some really good players. They're going to be good next year also. If I remember, do they have a senior?
There aren't many seniors, if I remember correct. If there are, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
I can't. But I feel like they're really young, and they've got some players. They play hard. They play with spirit, and congratulations to them on a second place finish tonight.
And Coach Reed as well, a fantastic head coach they have over there in Decatur County. And like you said, this team is going to be right back here in this district championship game next year, I have no doubt.
So looking at the Lady Dog bench, lots of smiles right now. And they deserve it. They have worked hard this year. What's this, 22nd win of the season?
Number 22, yes, sir,
now.
number 22.
And for these girls, you know, it's special for me because I coach those girls in middle school. And just watching them develop, watching them grow, seeing what they were when they came in 6th grade and to what they are now, you know, that's what coaching is all about.
There is just so much talent. You look down there on that Hickman County bench, any single one of those girls Coach Gordon could put in at any given moment, and they would thrive. This Hickman County team would still find a way to win ball games, no matter what combination of 5 girls are on that floor. And we saw that a lot in the third quarter. There was no Ava Floyd, who they have leaned on a lot this season to be their primary scorer, but they were able to pull it out even when she was on the bench. Now, it wasn't without some nerves and some anxious moments.
They tried to make it close. But, you know, a lot of that was Riverside's effort. We were getting some shots, but they were hustling back into the picture, challenging them. And so you going to give the play-by-play of the trophy presentation?
I think so. I think we'll keep it casual. But right now, taking the floor, your District 10 2A champions, the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs. And they have earned every bit of this round of applause they are receiving from these fans. What a group of girls.
The Riverside Lady Panthers.
And the Riverside Lady Panthers now taking the floor, the runners-up for the district, and they get a very healthy round of applause as well for the great season they've had.
They're not going to give us much time to take a picture out there. Y'all better have quick fingers there.
Well, Ron, as you know, we've got a consolation game to get to. We got to hurry.
I think it starts at 6, doesn't it?
6? Oh, it's only 5:30. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time.
They worked time into it for trophy presentation.
And now it's time for the presentation of the all-district players.
From Lewis County.
First, it is Jalen Baugh of Lewis County receiving honors, and credit to her, she was a driving force in Lewis County's offense and defense this season.
Yes, she was.
Kelsey Caps from East Hickman.
From our neck of the woods, Kelsey Caps, East Hickman County Lady Eagle, getting honored with
Alyssa Pratt
a
from
district
Riverside.
trophy. Alyssa Pratt from Riverside being selected as well.
Bentley Rogers from Riverside.
Bentley Rogers, also from Riverside. And those two young ladies played their hearts out for the Lady Panthers. And first, for your Hickman County Lady Bulldogs, well-deserved, number 2, Carly Everett. And then we've got number 30, Zoe Chilton. A sophomore and a senior representing the Lady Dogs on the floor. 2 very deserving candidates.
The defensive player of the year
There should only be one
is
person.
Bailey Kramer from Hickman County.
And the defensive player of the year is presented to none other than Bailey Kramer.
I think she had 70, maybe 80 blocks on the season.
That's an unbelievable stat line.
Ava Floyd.
And your district most valuable player, who else but the junior Ava Floyd. Take a bow, young lady. What a season she has had. And she's still got 1 year left and the rest of this postseason to continue making her mark.
Well, on the bright side right there, the defensive player of the year and the most valuable player are coming back next year.
So a bright future still remains for the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs.
For District 10.
Now it's time for these all-tournament awards.
In 4th place, Jaslyn Connor from Lewis County.
So in 4th, it's Jaslyn Connor.
They're saying, like, why do you have to announce 4th place? Just announce the name.
Kind of a low blow there a little bit.
Kelsey Caps.
So in 3rd, it will be Kelsey Caps from East Hickman. So Kelsey Caps leading with some hardware here, Ron.
well-deserved hard work. Kelsey's a hard worker, good player.
And for Riverside, all tournament goes to Bentley Rogers, one of the most lethal three-point shooters we have seen all season.
Very good. She doesn't have to have much space.
Lauren Camper also receiving honors from Riverside. While Rogers is dangerous from beyond the arc, Camper dangerous from inside it.
Yes.
Next is Zoe Shilton.
And for Hickman County, Zoe Chilton receiving
Zoe Shilton.
Zoe receiving all tournament honors here.
From Hickman County, Carly Everett.
And also, it's Carly Everett receiving all tournament honors.
And now our tournament MVP.
And the
is
tournament
Ava
MVP
Floyd.
goes to Ava Floyd. She has certainly been the most valuable player all season long, and that continued right on in this district tournament, well deserved for all of these young ladies.
Basketball players right there standing at half court right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Representing all four of these awesome schools, these awesome programs. And really the honors. It's a shame you can't give an award to everybody on that Hickman County bench because it's been a team effort all season long to get them here.
It has. It has. They play as a team. They win as a team, and they're really fun to watch. They got a week to rest. Hopefully Zoe can fix that foot a little bit, be ready to go on Friday night. I think, 7 o'clock, I think, is game time.
Yes, sir.
We don't know who they'll play just yet.
So we're excited for next week for when we see the Lady Bulldogs back inside J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium. Once again, congratulations to the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs on being named your district champions. A phenomenal season with more to come. As for myself, I've been Josh Copley, joined by Ron Puckett. We're going to end the stream for right now, but we're going to be back with you near 7 o'clock. We've got one more district championship game left to go, and it's the rubber match, a game we have been waiting a long time for. The Hickman County Bulldogs against the Lewis County Panthers. Only one can call themselves champions. We'll find out later tonight.